Hello to all of our family burrito listeners out there whose father wrote you a letter from the Iraq War in 1990 telling you he's very proud to hear you have two boyfriends and wanted to know if they were both white. Welcome back to the family burrito. My name is Christine. My sister Jessie and I created this podcast as a way to heal our twisted sense of humor daddy wounds, Jessie.
Hey,
How's it
I
going,
saw a
girl?
piece of dust flow by and I was like, ooh, piece of dust. So that's how I am going
On your end or mine?
on my end. Yeah.
Yeah, because as
I
soon as
was like, oh, yeah, piece of dust just floating by. Look at
yeah,
there.
it goes up your nose and down your throat and out your butthole. You're like, my butthole has allergies. I don't know why.
I'm just imagining it coming out of my butthole. I'm like, this is like a speck of dust.
Yeah, yeah. Or cat hair. You're like, why is
Yeah.
there pussy hair coming out of my asshole?
That's not where the hair should be coming out of.
Yeah, that's and it's a white hair. Who or wait, you do have blonde hair. I don't know. Maybe it's an orange hair.
You know what, though? I don't think anybody has blonde hair on their butthole.
Unless it's bleached.
Yeah, I need to do that. I need to get
Bleach
my
your butthole?
butthole. Yeah, I've decided it just needs to be done.
Have you ever priced this service before?
I have not. And I also am like not very comfortable with other people looking at my butthole. But I feel
Yeah,
like they do it for a job, you know.
yeah,
It's like a doctor looking at your vagina
yeah. At a fake
and your
hospital.
butthole.
At a fake hospital. Um
Don't tell anybody about my fake porn fetish.
Yeah, I know. I remember one time you were in town and you, me, and my friend, the psychologist friend, we went to go race like those exotic cars. You were team Lamborghini, right?
Yeah.
And Daniel and I were team Ferrari and we had hats and stuff. But I remember we were driving back and you were talking about the fake hospital.
Oh
I
yeah,
was
a
like,
fake taxi.
yeah.
Yeah.
And you
If
said you like
anybody's ever on Pornhub, just look that shit up real quick.
yeah. And you said you liked big booty redheads.
Oh yeah, the big booty redheads.
Yeah, I was just funny. I was just like, okay, big booty redheads at a fake hospital.
So funny. I haven't looked at big booty redheads in a while.
Yeah, yeah. I like me a
They
redhead every now and then.
have no soul.
They have no soul. Oh my gosh. And they experience pain differently.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
normally I drink these ices, like these drink called ice, and they were out at Target, so I was stuck with this cheese ball crap.
What is it? I can't even tell what it says.
It's like sparkling water. Ugh.
Mm, mm.
Yes. Can't see it because of the light, but it's sparkling water. It's not good sparkling water.
Yeah, I've never heard of it.
It's not my favorite. It's Target brand.
Yeah,
Good and Gather.
yeah.
Not a
So
fan, man.
when do you plan on getting your butthole bleached, Jesse? I have to know.
Oh, I don't know yet. I haven't really like thought out the details. I was thinking, man, you should probably get your butthole bleached. You've never done it before, and I'm sure it could really use it. This is the
Yeah,
thought process in my head, while I'm
yeah.
driving.
I always say I'll try anything once or twice.
Right. Yeah. Just try it out, see how it goes. I have to wonder, like, does it hurt?
Yeah, what's the worst that could happen?
Like, I want to know if it hurts.
Yeah, I don't know. My
I would
friend,
imagine bleaching your butthole.
yeah, a friend of mine, I don't know, it's over a year and a half ago or so. We were joking about bleaching our buttholes, and we were like, when's this pandemic going to be over with where everything can go back to normal? We can go get our buttholes bleached again. You
Yeah.
know?
Yeah. More than, you can be like butthole touching distance.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
We couldn't be butthole touching during the pandemic.
yeah, yeah. I
Well,
know.
I mean, I was touching everybody's butthole during the pandemic.
Were you? Were you that?
Yeah, I was like, I put an ad out on Craigslist. I said, "Come over, you want your butthole during
Were
the
you?
pandemic."
Were you a super spreader?
Yeah. Oh gosh, probably. Yeah, but not a COVID.
Oh shit! Of what? Gossip?
Oh, that too. I'm a Gemini. We gotta
Yeah,
talk shit about
that's
other people other than ourselves, you know.
yeah, yeah. It's so funny because, people, may not believe in astrology. They're like, oh, it's just because it speaks to you because you can just find the coincidence and the meaning in it. And I'm not kidding. Every Gemini I know is a talker. I've had where I have literally walked out of the room and they're still talking. I'm like, okay. And I later was like, okay, one of my friends was like, okay, I'm gonna like literally walk all the way out of the room and go do something else, and he was still talking. I was like, Lord have mercy on my soul. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I can read the room a little bit better, I guess,
Yeah.
than some Geminis. But the thing is, I keep talking when it's awkward and normal
Okay.
people, just shut up. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, did you say that? Did you just like, I don't know, for example, I was trying to not make anything awkward at like school, my last day and everything, because I was like, all right, I'll miss you. And the teacher was like, no, you won't. And I was like, yeah, I will. And he was like, well, my number's all over the internet. And I was like, I think I just got rejected. And I wasn't even trying, but at least I know.
Yeah.
Because who
Yeah.
the fuck says that, first of all?
Yeah.
My,
Yeah.
my number's all over the internet.
Yeah. You so
Okay.
so you're the one that said that, not him.
No, he said it.
Oh,
No, he said it. And then I responded with, oh, you don't want me texting you. Because in my brain, I'm like, you just got rejected, bitch. And you
mm,
weren't even trying.
yeah.
And I was like, you don't want me texting you. And he was like, yeah, as long as we're not fraternizing. And I was like, you would love it. And then I was like, Jessie, shut the fuck up. And then I just like turned around and walked away and was like, you'll never see him again.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, but my
Yeah.
brain just didn't shut the fuck up. Because he
Yeah.
was like clearly like boundary. And I was like, no, no.
Yeah. I don't know, Jesse. Number one, that the rejection thing, that's what I call mommy's programming, right? And because
Oh, all my guy friends said that was a rejection as well.
really,
Yeah, I asked.
okay, let's break this down. Okay, so he said my number, okay, before he said my number's all over the internet, what did you say?
I said, I'll miss you.
Oh, and he said,
No, you won't.
okay.
And then I said, yeah, I will. Because I got used to seeing you every day or something like that. Or I said, oh, who's gonna do all of my fabrication projects or whatever that I have that like I don't know how to do or whatever. That's what I said. And because I was like trying, because I'm a really bad flirt, but I'm also like flirty by nature. So sometimes people read it wrong. And
Yeah.
I was like, at this point, I was like, I'm not trying to flirt or anything. Like, you're at work and I'm clearly a student still, last day. But I was just trying to make a joke. But yeah, I don't know. All the guy friends said that was a rejection. The motherfucker says my number's on the internet.
I think honestly, we're reading too much into it. It's probably pretty simple. I mean, men are pretty basic, and
That
women,
was a rejection.
we, I don't know. For someone,
ask ask Josh.
well, that's because the kind of what you said is something he kind of said. Like, so he's out of town right now, and I'm
Yeah.
like, I'll miss you, and he'll go, "You'll be all right." You know what I
Well,
mean?
yeah, but y'all have fraternized.
Yes, yes, and we're very comfortable in our, communication.
Right.
But
Oh.
but but I don't know. I'd be a gambling woman, and I would find his number on the internet. Challenge accepted.
No, no, I'm be like, I don't have the internet.
Yeah, yeah. You're
The
you're like
moment
I
you
only
told me to
I
go find you on the internet, bitch, I don't have the internet. I don't even have Wi-Fi. I ain't got none of it.
yeah, I only have AOL dial up.
And shit's slow, okay?
Yeah, it's really
Like,
slow and it makes this loud sound.
yeah, I mean, and honestly, like, do they even have dial-up anymore?
Probably somewhere.
Because I know like they're getting rid of the 3G 3G
Yeah.
capability.
Yeah, and because they're going to the 5G,
Yeah,
which
I'm
means we're
sick
all
of
going to
these
get brain
Ds,
cancer.
man. I
Yeah,
don't
we're going to
know.
all get brain cancer. Our spirit guides are going to have difficulty talking. So turn your Wi-Fi off at night, Jesse, please.
I'm still on the 4G, but yeah.
Yeah, turn it off at
Just turn it
night.
off.
I don't need you getting a brain tumor. Okay, so do me a
They-
favor.
those fucking Wi-Fi motherfuckers. But it's crazy though, because when you're like diagnosed with cancer, they're like, "Do you live by power lines?" And they're like, "What the
Oh, don't get Joff on this subject because one of
fuck?"
his family members lived by power lines and that whole community had cancer.
So like I was saying, don't why they like know this happens, and then they're like, "Well, I mean, it's your choice. You gotta live somewhere."
Yeah. Well, the thing is, we have like electrical currents running through our body. Our heart is an electrical conductor. And so, I tell Jeff, don't put your phone on your chest, because we're reading our phones like this. It's right by our heart, guilty of it too. So just keep it away from your heart, get the Wi-Fi off, and reach out to Homeboy with his number all over the internet.
No, that's a hard no.
That's funny. I said that exact phrase yesterday, the day before. That's a hard no.
I am too much of a coward to actually do
Well,
that. But also, I don't really miss him that much. It's not like I was just like me being like, "Hey, I'm not really flirting, but if I were,"
yeah, yeah.
and
You're
then
so funny because back to human design, you were 4-6, just like my friend Daniel. And basically, right now in your phase of your life, you're in this observation mode. They call it on the roof. And you're observing everybody. Yes, you are awkward when it comes to like strangers and stuff. Your close friends are very important to you, but you also have to kind of set limits because you can get very exhausted by it. But it is something how you literally thrive. You're like this networker person. But as far as like romance, it says in there like for 10 years you'll be alone. And that's my friend Daniel. And I always thought he was so weird. I was like,
I've
that is,
been alone for almost 10 years. Yeah,
yeah, yeah. And so which I'm like, to me, that's crazy. Like, but I have to have with my profile, like just not just romantic partner, but people to bounce stuff off with. But you're in this observation on the roof mode where you're observing how it's done. Then you will get off the roof and then you'll go, oh, this is what I've learned on how it's done. So that you're you're doing what you're supposed to do. You're observing, you're learning, because the first like
learn how to give a blowjob, guys.
oh, by the way, it did say, I read something on Twitter the other day. It said 4-6s, because you're a profile 4-6, are most likely to sleep with their friends.
Everybody's my friend.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Friends
And you
with
can't
benefits.
rape the willing. So
Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
So, anyways, I thought that was interesting.
That is funny.
Yeah,
I mean, I made the room in your house that I think you're sitting in right now, the smash room, right?
I'm actually in my master
And
bedroom.
your master. Oh, we're not even okay. So not that room. Okay.
Wait. Can we say master bedroom anymore? Like, am I allowed to say master bedroom? Because wasn't that from like the plantation enslaved days? I don't remember.
I don't know, Dixie Chicks. Can you?
I the chicks. But yeah, I can't believe we just brought up the smash room. I haven't thought about the smash room in forever. Yeah.
Remember when the window was open?
Yeah, correct. Yes. Are you okay with me telling this story?
Oh yeah, but I mean,
Okay.
there was another person that's involved that is married and has a child now, so
Yeah, we won't say
they're
his
out of
name.
it.
We won't say his name, but
Yeah.
I was having I think it was a housewarming party, or I don't remember. I've had so many parties and themes and stuff when I was married. And my really good friend came with her son, who's a little younger than you, but around close enough to your age. And I don't know what happened because I fell asleep. And all I know is like I woke up and was very confused and found out a lot of information the next day. But you and my friend's son went into the guest bedroom where all the purses were and the coats and all of everybody's stuff was at and had sex. And little did y'all know at the time, the blinds were open. So when people were leaving, the guests were leaving, they could see what was going on. And like they would get up in the window and all that kind of stuff. And then my friend started looking for her
I'm
son
done.
and started calling his name, across the whole house. And then he started hiding in the closet.
Yeah, we
So
both into the closet.
yeah. And apparently during that time, because he was like naked, right?
Yeah,
And
we were both naked.
apparently he like lost his ID in that closet or the smash room. I don't know. But then you told me when you got out of there, you went and smoked a cigarette with his mom. I was laughing. And then y'all went to breakfast.
She invited me over. She
Yeah.
said, "You need to come stay the night." And I was like, "Really?"
Yeah. You're like, are you my mom? Did we just get married?
Are you my new mommy?
Yeah. Yeah.
But
So
she is my mommy on the real, that lady.
yeah, she's good people. So
Yeah.
just very interesting. It was just um I've a lot of things have happened in that room. Like I remember my former best friend, I was having a party and it was around Thanksgiving. I think it was the day before Thanksgiving. I think it was like a Thanksgiving Eve party or something. And my former best friend was here. We were best friends at the time, and other people. And then like my brother-in-law was here. And the next morning I went to wake her up and she's in bed with my brother-in-law. Mhm. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
I mean, that room just calls to you. It's like,
yeah,
uh,
yeah.
do you want to
Well,
fuck?
that's not where the story ends though, Jesse. Remember one of my doctor friends was over and y'all were like mugging down on the porch?
Oh, yeah.
My sister-in-law actually has pictures of that where y'all were on the porch because the blinds were open and something happened. I think you like attacked him or something and he fell and like dislocated his shoulder. He didn't know he dislocated it at the time. And then y'all went into the room and I remember you came out and I was like, are you okay? Because I thought you were dehydrated. You go, I need some gum. And so I gave you some gum and then you disappeared for a bit. And then it was
I
done.
don't remember any of this.
Yeah. And
I
then you
was
were done, whatever
up
you were doing in there. And
with my
but
gum.
what's interesting, in downtown Fort Worth, I think it's once a year in the summer, I want to say, they have this huge adult slide in the middle of downtown. And my doctor friend, was going down the slide and he re-dislocated his shoulder. But let me tell you, he was so happy to say, because they were like, have you ever, had this injury before? And he said, yes, when I was having sex, so he was very happy to dislocate his shoulder. Let me put it that way. Yeah.
What did I do to this guy?
Yeah. Yeah. And he's happily married too now. So everyone's
Why
happily
are all
married,
these? So,
Jesse.
I found out this one thing. Once the guy sleeps with me, they get married to somebody else.
Oh my God, you're like the step before it happens.
Yeah,
You're like the last
like,
you're like the last toe step.
I'm like, what the fuck is this
Yeah.
vagina,
They go, you know what? I really need to get my life together. They're like, I really need to get my shit straightened out.
That's probably a lot of it. But then
Yeah.
also, this guy Antoine, he broke up with me because I didn't have enough drama.
What?
Yeah, he said he was like, yeah, I like a girl with a little like trauma and drama, like an alcoholic, a drug user. I was like,
Okay, so that's familiar to him because that was his childhood, I'm assuming. Like,
his parents were completely fucking normal. That's what was beyond
nobody's
me,
normal. Or maybe
man.
he's bored.
No, it was more like he was bored. He name Antoine.
Yeah.
What kind of name is
Was
that?
he
All
was he a
Antoine.
black guy?
No, he was white.
Interesting. I've never met a
Yeah,
white Antoine.
they're out there.
Mm.
Flower Mound, to be exact.
Oh Lord, flower mound. That's hilarious.
Yeah,
That's hilarious.
fucking fucking Flower Mound.
Well, Joff will be happy that you gave a shout out to his old stomping grounds. That's where he used to live.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I that's a it's a cute little spot.
Mm,
I haven't been there in a long time though.
I think it depends on which part you go to.
Well, yeah, isn't that like everywhere?
Yep, pretty much.
Oh, so have you watched? There's a show. I know you don't watch a lot of TV, um, but there's a show on Netflix called Love Is Blind, and the producer is the old is Nick Lachey from Backstreet Boys.
Okay.
Him and his wife made this show. Well, anyway, this girl gave said Lake Worth, like on the show. She
Mm.
was like, "Yeah, my dad died on Lake Worth,"
Oh
and I was
God.
like, "Are y'all at Fort Worth?"
Yeah. Interesting. Mm.
So I need
Mm-mm.
to find out these, because like one season they did it in Atlanta, another season they did it in Chicago. So I'm like, maybe they're in Fort Worth now. That would be what's up.
I don't know, but I used to really have a little crush on Nick Lachey when he and Jessica Simpson had that reality show. I've always thought he was so cute and logical, you know?
That poor man. He
Mm,
had a, at least she probably was fun to have sex with.
I don't know. It's
Jessica
sweet.
Simpson got smarter as she aged, though.
Yeah,
Or did maybe
yeah.
she's shut up?
Well, she has admitted to being a bit of an alcoholic. And so, which there, I think she has a book, but I remember reading an interview where she was talking about all the things that how alcohol, she was always drinking. And I mean, like her during Halloween when her kids trick or treating and how it impacted her life. And she really changed a lot of things. A lot, her life changed, for the better after she, cut down drinking. And I don't know if she completely stopped. I have no idea, but anyways,
Yeah, that's crazy. That is nuts. Alcohol. It'll
yeah.
ruin your Halloween.
Yeah, ruin your Halloween, your Christmas, your Thanksgivings, your birthday.
It'll also make people watch you have sex through a window.
Correct. Yes, and make poor choices. Or
I mean,
or fair, fair
I
ones.
wish I had just remembered most of it.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I remember I asked you a few things, but it was weird because that was my friend's son and he's kind of like a son to me. And so he and I went to a strip club once too. That was so much fun. I mean, that was like probably the best time I've ever had at a strip club.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, he had it was around Christmas time and he had this blonde with the Santa Claus hat on and all night. And well, so she like sat in his lap and for however long. And then she was like, okay, give me my $100. Like he had no idea, like she was charging him, by song or whatever. She was just sitting there. So anyways, it was really funny.
Yeah, that's why when the strippers come up to you, if you've never been to a strip club, strippers start coming up to you, you say,
Yeah.
unless somebody's willing to pay for you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because lap dance, $20
Yeah.
at least.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Fucking A. And my first lap dance was like from the oldest stripper at the strip club.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
Yeah, she's probably like 50 or so. That's what she looked like in, at least. So I was just like, I'm glad my first lap dance is by this bitch. And she was like grabbing my hands and like putting them on her. I was like, oh, I don't know if I really want
Was
this
it the
shit.
lap dance I bought you?
No, you didn't get me a lap dance from an old bitch. No, this was some my friends, Fred and Mandy, when they were married, they would always go to strip clubs together.
Yeah.
So they invited me out because I finally turned 21, and they were
Mm-hmm.
like, "Come on."
Yeah.
So it was like one of my first. Oh, finally 21, going to a strip club.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
not that one off of I-30 where you can. I forget the name of it.
I-30 and
Get it at
regrets.
18. Yeah, you can get it. Man, but yeah, you'll see like 18-year-old bitches up there like naked. You're like, what the fuck?
Oh God. Yeah. Yeah. They don't really, I don't know. They don't, I think maybe I go once a year and it's kind of a tradition after my work party. So I don't know. We went last year and I was just kind of like, I don't know. I don't know.
Different vibes now.
Yeah. I just find more meaning like, helping others not suffer so much, helping myself not suffer so much. And I don't know. It's not that I'm lame now. It's just I don't want to spend the money either. Even though I have money, I just don't want to spend the money. Like why? I'd rather
That's why I don't gamble.
listen, I'd rather, have Jeff on me than that,
Right. Yeah, and you probably did it because you were with Shane too, right? Like you were
A
at the
little
same.
bit, a little
Yeah.
bit. I mean, we go as a group, and he would usually Shane would get too drunk and too high and then pass out in the truck. So it was, um,
I think one time, like in Austin, we were all in Austin, and he got really high and passed out.
yeah,
I,
that
like
was the story of our lives was, yeah, yeah, pretty
it was.
lonely existence, Jesse.
And then we're gonna go to Austin again in
Yes.
next year, for my little sister's 29th birthday.
Yes, Sierra.
Yeah, that's gonna be fun. We haven't been to Austin. Oh, I haven't been to Austin in a minute.
Yeah, I have a friend that lives down there. Remember that business coach, Melissa Lorena, who has like a
Oh,
podcast and stuff? She relocated from Australia down there. So I'm definitely going to make a point. Shout out to Melissa, to see her because we've been trying to plan something. I just don't really have a lot of days off
right.
from now until January, and then it kind of starts over. So it's kind of difficult to,
March will be perfect, and it'll be
yes.
like, the beginning of spring.
Yeah. Can you
Mm,
do me a favor though?
What's that?
Can you not ride any motorcycles about 3 weeks before?
Oh yeah, let's. We don't need any more canceled trips because you know what? The airlines don't give you cash back; they give you a credit, and they're like, you have
Yeah.
to use it in a year.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
Fun.
Yep. Yep.
Yes, it was like so. Yeah, no motorcycles
Yeah.
for until after Austin.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Yeah. No motorcycles, no breaking legs, and let's all
Yeah,
just be healthy.
yeah. I need to tell Sierra that.
Did not get on a motorcycle. Did she ride motorcycles?
No, no, but not to do anything dumb.
Well, that's very generalized, Jesse. Define dumb, okay? Because your definition of dumb might be different than mine. Our definition of dumb is definitely different than Joff's because he thinks just about everything is dumb.
Does he also bitch about actors and stuff on TV?
Um, Not really. Mainly people drive the way they drive. He thinks I'm crazy. He always says, "You're nuts." Because I always have some like I'm a dreamer, right? Like,
Yeah.
because he uses that one part of his brain, right? Where it's logical, it's analytical. And then I use the other, like he's high IQ on that side. And then I was telling him this the other day, I said, and then I'm high IQ on the other side, the abstract part. And he goes, yeah, he goes practical, pointing at himself, and then he pointed towards me and he was like dreamer. And I was like, yep, yep, yep. But he's like, pick something because the other day I said, what do you know about the speed of light? He goes, he said something like minimal information or something. I said, I really want to get a degree in science. And he goes, oh my God. Because he's just like, pick something, you know.
So welcome to the family.
Yeah.
We
Welcome to
never
the
pick
family.
anything. And then also, like, too bad he didn't get to meet dad because I think that would explain a lot of the reasons why we have interests in so many different things because that was our dad. Like,
Yeah.
you could literally hold a conversation with him about the speed of light because he would know something about the fucking thing. Right.
Yes, yes.
So
Yeah, he was actually really intelligent. It was
super
hard
smart.
to see because of the cigarettes and the alcohol and the weed and the drug deals and the strippers at Sunday at 2 in the morning. And the bad financial decisions. And so it was, and the
Racism.
cussing and the racism and the loud voice, and the farting and whatever. So and the minimal I love yous. But it was, but kind of looking back, he was really intelligent. And I was actually his best friend, Larry, texted me yesterday, and he had found this picture of dad when Larry's kids had graduated or something, and dad was there. And I said, look at dad. And I said, oh God, Larry, my dad would be so proud of me right now because I'm in a great relationship with an Aquarius conservative Republican who's white. And he said, yes, he'd be very proud of you.
So proud.
Yeah.
That's
So,
awesome.
so proud. I know the other day I was joking with Joff. I said, Jesse thinks you're a Trumpster. And he just shook his head. He goes, I don't vote on all rights, right wing with things. And I go, oh yeah. What are some things that you vote that's not right and that's more left? And he goes, you know what? I can't think of anything right now. Oh, it was so funny. It was really funny. He tried.
So
He really tried.
can you show these? I don't know. I got my little voter thing in the mail, right? To
Oh,
vote
nice.
for the governor and whatnot.
The governor of Colorado.
Yeah. And Michael, so I taught Michael like what he knows about politics, so I fucked up. I created the
Why?
monster. Why did I fuck up? Because now he does more research and watches more things than I do, and then goes on rants. I'm like, this is why I stopped doing that, because I don't want to go walk around telling everybody, hey, did you know that we're gonna die soon?
Yeah. Jesus.
But yeah, no, speaking of that, so I was like, how about this time we just mark everything libertarian? Just call it quits on both parties and just
Yeah. And call it
go
a
all the
day.
way.
Yeah. Yeah. Because guess what? It doesn't matter because they're just
I
all
think I just did a Hitler salute.
Oh God. Okay. Okay. Was that a Freudian slip? Like, wow.
Well, let's go.
God. Okay.
It's
Oh Lord have mercy, Jesse. Oh my God.
It's possessed by Hitler.
Oh my God. That's so funny. Well,
This is why we normally don't record.
I know that's so funny. Inappropriate, cancel culture or whatever. Well, Jess, I love you so much. I like doing this video thing. I think we're getting better and more comfortable at it. And except for the little Nazi salute you just did, I won't edit it out. We're real and authentic, girl. I don't know what to say. So at least you've got the blonde hair. Do you have the blue eyes?
No.
Damn. Okay. But I love you, baby girl. You have a great rest of the week, okay?
All right, you too. Love you.
Love you too. Bye.
Bye.